Hello and welcome back to James Plays Civilization 6 by Sid Meier and the Fraxis team, Fraxis Games. This is Gathering Storm, playing as Rome, as you can see. Julius Caesar, 5 more turns to finally get a government plaza. Here it is, they're building it. Now, because I put it here because it also gives an added adjacency to both of these nice little science and faith generating districts that we've built. They've been generating that faith in science for a long time now, since we built them in the early game, and building up. We're going to get a university, right? We're going to make Rome into the envy of the world. Not just of Europe, but of the world for millennium to come. Okay, we're going to take this settler out here. Okay, we're doing that. Now, I just noticed we can build a quadrilateral even 11 turns here. Okay, so I'm going to do that. And one more turn in Bologna. Maybe we'll get a trader in there. That city. We got trade routes available. There are trade routes available that would be very advantageous to our empire. And if you know what that's about, you know where that voice comes from, you're a true James Mandolare YouTube channel fan, because that comes from my last playthrough of the last game I did. Now, Potato Whiskey, if you're out there, could you kind of put in the comments, you know, whether I should settle on this salt or move back 1 square across the river, because the river does provide protection, but that would also put me too far away from this iron. But I don't know, do we need iron? We got 70 iron. Do we have to base our life on iron? Or I don't think so. If we move back, we're not as claustrophobic against this island, this mountain, and then we got some room to use for our districts and stuff like that. We want to be able to get great adjacency if we push back. We can get access maybe to some of this production. We're going to miss out because Big Boy went and forward settled us up there. I mean, you know, you can't blame him. I mean, that's what he does. Yeah, I was going to settle, and I want to settle there. I'm going to step back. We'll still get 1, 2, 3. We'll still get this. Yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Okay, we got a galley here that wants to go push its muscle around, but we got to first. We got to make sure our settler is nice and safe up here. Now, where do you think we should settle here? We got Corfinium has got this all dialed in. Look at all these sea resources. Could we play that game again and maybe settle on this wine, maybe? Or maybe right here? We're here, we got 1, 2, 3. We could bridge this gap just barely from here. Right? 1, get all of this, get all of this, be like that. Our city center right here on the edge still could get all this. Of course, we could get all this land, right? 1, 2, right? We could get out to here even and own this passage too, between Africa and Sicily. I think that's good. I was thinking maybe like here in a canal through there, but I think that might be even better, because then we could just grab a bit of land here, but we could also own all of this, and there's enough fish and stuff in here. I don't know. Sounds good. I'm just going for that niter. That's all I want. That's what I want. That's what I want. Now we got a nice little invasion going on here for Greece, and I got no, you know, guys to come down there and kick some butt. I don't know if I can faith purchase military guys, but I don't like that. I don't have enough money to purchase any military guys. The only thing I can do is forsake my government plaza and everything else that I'm building now here and just start cranking out military units to fight off these guys, because she's coming in there with very wimpy units, but they're enough. You can hammer away without anybody in here. Guess what? You'd be in trouble. But I could switch off this university, and I could get myself the quickest guy I can get. Looks like a men-at-arms wouldn't be bad. How about, well, how much? What is that knight? A knight is 9 turns. A men-at-arms is 6. Men-at-arms has a melee strength 45, but a knight has 50 and can move. And I wouldn't mind spamming out a bunch of knights right now. So I'm going to do that. Unfortunately, the university will have to wait. Our kids will have to just go to the library. They won't be able to have their university because of the rudeness of certain femme fatales. 22 turns for a night in the city? That's just cray-cray. I am sorry, but look at all these chump. Got legions and stuff. Can we still make legions? That's crazy. We can't make gold guys in here. We can't have this kind of 9 production. What is the problem here? Got 11 food. We got 29 science. We got it's good city, but production is in the. I'm gonna go 28 turns for just an industrial zone to get this city some production. Oh my God, that's all so long. I'll just wait for the government plaza, do the government buildings, and just do that. I won't make any military there. Got 9 turns for a quadroon, 9 turns for a knight, because I think that's all I'm going to need is a knight. I suppose I could get something out here. Well, once I get these heroes, I'll be alright. If I can get the heroes, that'll be good. But what's the deal here? What about this guy? Can I get some decent military up here? I can get some cool buildings. Okay, that's good. I said military, okay? What about some knights? 9 turns for a knight up here? Alright. Looks like 9 turns is pretty popular. So, okay, we're going to go for a knight. Sorry, builder, dude. We're going to go for a knight. What do we got for that spy? I do want to get a spy. About time we had a spy. Okay, a knight. Good knight. Here's another good knight. Nope, we're not waiting for the spy. And another knight. Okay, that's 3 knights in a row. 3 knights in a row. How many traders? We got another trade route? Man, oh, that great guy there. What was his name? The merchant guy? Marco Polo? He's alright, man. Alright, we got 3 knights. That's enough production. Alright. Can probably get another settler there. You know, these damn barbarians, they're just everywhere now. I don't want to kill them all, though, because they are very good for a certain hero that's soon to be born among us, I hope. Okay, cool. This guy can hit that city from there. That's good. We'll see if she'll sue for peace, maybe. I don't really want to go on a war with her. I just wanted that settler. Okay. This is good. We'll take this guy out. This guy should have been healing that whole time. I don't know why he wasn't. Okay, we got a counterattack here. This is going to be really goofy because it's going to be hard to get in there. Once we get the siege tower in on that campus and pillage it, we'll be in. We'll take that city. And we'll get $500 for it. I troops are merely passing by. I should declare war. Just take your cities as well. I tend to like to fight one person at a time. Not sure if that's the best strategy. Extra science from campus, extra gold. Yeah, baby. New opinions are always suspected and usually opposed without any other reason but because they are not already common. John Locke. That's a very good quote. Okay, now, had this wonder thing, and we're building wonders, extra science from buildings, extra build. Hard to do. We need a better government with more slots so I can put that in. Rationalism. I want it, but they'll have to wait. We're building a wonder. Gonna keep the wonder thing in there is the boost to scientific theory. I guess because we got the education, I don't know, we're working on nationalism. We can begin to form corps. That's great. 18 turns for a knight in this city. Let's get a trader in this city. Might need a little help. Let's see if we can get to him. Alright, here we come with our siege unit and our man-at-arms to harass the city. And here we come with some extra guys. This guy's coming down. This scout has done an admirable job. Okay, now I backed off so I could have a little space in this city. Also a river is good defense in case any trouble comes up from the south. We got 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I really don't think we can get to that iron from here. And if we crossed over, we could. And if we came down here and crossed over, we could. But, you know, we got all that loyalty pressure right there. I'm sorry. I'm going to just kind of settle my city right there. We'll see if we can't make these like twin cities. Got 3 cities out here now. That's good. And we got all the iron now we need. We don't need any more iron. See how Venice is doing. Okay, okay. We might want to keep these woods for these cities. We'll see. I think that's a good guard against the east. And as those cities grow, we can put some encampments out there and we'll be able to pump out some guys out here. Let's have a monument. Get some city walls too for protection. Let's hit the city. Okay. They're going to have to go over there and then down. Alright, this guy. I want to go and convert that city, but he won't let me. They already converted this city. They're still there. That's just creepy. It creeps. Creepy creeps. One thing I do want to do, well, I can, and I do have the money to do it, is get an apostle. Apostles are cool. Next turn you'll see why. There's something we can do. This missionary wants to put on some more pressure here to win that, but I think he's going to go up here instead and win Iridium. Because again, and then we'll get some science out of that, right? Because Fez, unless it's been taken, hasn't been taken yet. We can't really see what's going on there yet. I could bring my scout down there. And another great game going on here. It's so much fun. All kinds of things happening to entertain you. One thing I desperately wish I had here and should probably divert to get, especially here, definitely get ancient walls there. And I can't believe I didn't do this before. Ancient walls here. Can't I get ancient walls? Why not? Why can't I get ancient walls? Oh, because I didn't see them because I'm blind? Yeah. Ancient walls, let's go. Getting a ship when I need ancient walls? That's crazy. But I wonder if I could attack those guys on the coast. Because galleys can always attack me on the coast, but I never seem to be able to attack them. Okay. I want to settle on the wine, but this barbarian's just going to attack my city. He can take it too. Yeah, that's a problem. If I don't, then I don't get advantage of getting across this. I guess I can do that. I can use the galley to fight him. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to play a little game here. I'm going to back off from that guy and let him come forward. Ouch. Need a replacement down there. 6th health. I don't know what that was. Barbarian coming at me. Alright, this one went down to haunt Valletta. So I'm going to settle my city. And they seem to have enough money here. That's a funny name. Artaxata. We get this guy. And a little production here. We get this guy. Can we get anybody over here? We can't. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Well, we can't. But we can own that strait, which is good, I guess. And we can buy that Nitario. And we can even faith purchase Builda. And now we have Nita. And we can make that poor lonely warrior a better soldier finally. Alright, let's give it a monument. God, a vampire. Man, I just don't like vampires. I don't like vampires. I never will like vampires. Not a big fan of vampires. She's got vampires. No wonder she had that power over me, that hypnotic power of those eyes. She's a vampire. She's no doubt bitten by a vampire and has become a vampire herself. It's the only explanation. Yep, I should have known vampire was the answer. Did you see what just happened there with those little guys that came out? These guys? I have no idea what this is about, but Potato McWissy would be like, you know, Gamer Jamer, you're a chump, because you don't know how to deal with this. You want this city to grow. You don't want production. You don't need production. You needed this one to go. Now your city can grow as it's working this food. But, I don't know. I want that production. Oops, now it's locked in. See, now it gets locked in. I don't know what I'm doing here. City wants the production. I want the production. Get a builder out there, but that's a way to micromanage your cities, and it's pretty cool. I've seen my mentor, Potato McWhiskey, do it a million times, and he's great. What I want to do is evangelize my belief. This benefits our city by defining our religion one more time. We have these various wonderful things that we can do. One thing we can do, combat units gain plus 10 combat strength when within the borders of a foreign city that follow this religion. In other words, the cities you're attacking, if you got a missionary that goes with your troops and converts the city that you're attacking, you get a plus 10 combat strength. Crusade. And isn't that clever how the city, the gamers kind of like take this thing from history and give you a plus 10 combat strength because now you're fighting a holy cause, right? It's really great. It's really great how they did that. They're very intelligent, and they just kind of translated it into a game, and all of a sudden now you got Crusade. And if a missionary goes with your troops and makes them holy crusaders, and they got plus 10 strength because they're so enthusiastic because they're doing it for God, right? Isn't that great? Now, the synagogue is one of my favorite buildings from one of my favorite religions. Beautiful, family-related, people-related, history-related. ethnic-related religion, the Jewish religion, Jewish faith. Beautiful, beautiful. They have nice synagogues, but they have nice songs and beautiful rituals based around the family. It used to be based around the temple back in the day, but when the temple was destroyed by the Romans, the Pharisees wanted the faith to be more centered in the home. And since they didn't have a temple anymore, they destroyed the holy city, sort of caused that side of Judaism that was centered in the temple to kind of go by the wayside, and made for this beautiful, connection to family and to relationships within the community, which made the Jewish community so strong that I don't know if I should tell you this story, but excuse me, I do have a story. I saw this guy in a parking lot. We were coming back from a camping trip or something. We had a dog with us, and so I was put on dog duty to walk the dog and let him do his thing because he was taking the road trip too, and I wanted the dog to be okay. And we stopped and it had this nice little lawn, so I took the dog over to do his thing on the lawn there, and I saw this gentleman, and he had these kind of like a woolen kind of tunic on. It was really cool, and he had a fringe on the bottom, and he was swaying back and forth. The Jews call it davening. He was praying in the parking lot, and so I thought that was great, and I just kind of like felt a sacred moment myself and tried to share as best I could that sacred feeling. You know what I mean? And he didn't notice me. I didn't make a big deal out of it or anything. I didn't say anything to him. I'm not going to interrupt his prayers. But it must have been he was kind of facing to the east. It must have been a certain time of day, and maybe it was an important holy day. I don't know. I'm not that versed in Judaism. But I love it. I think it's a wonderful faith. Of course, I love all religious expressions. To me, are just most, like I said, I'm not an evangelist. I'm not into being an evangelist. That's the one side of religion that I'm not that great at. But as far as the churches and the rituals and the robes and all, the incense and the pilgrim stuff, and saints and all that, I love all that stuff. I can't say I'm an ardent believer in my Catholic faith, but I do love it. I think it's cool. It's ancient, it's all symbolic rituals, and so I love that. The Jewish faith, too, is a beautiful faith. I wish I knew more about it. Let's see. Can't believe people are prejudiced against Jews. Never understood prejudice at all. I still don't understand it. I remember when a Jewish friend, and I was just a young teen, but he told me about anti-Semitism and all that. I was like, really? Why? I couldn't understand it. I knew about World War II, and I knew about the Nazis and stuff, but Nazis were crazy. Regular people would think the Jews are bad people because why? Because they believe a different religion? What? That's crazy. Anyway, I don't know what they always choose something different here. Seems like whatever I choose, they choose something different. But I think it's melee, and you want to vote with what's going to win. So you got to kind of think about what do they usually do, and this guy's going to get fewer grievances, which is a good thing. I'm going to submit that. Will I win? I voted twice for myself. Julius Caesar, melee, I did win. That means I get some Diplo favor, which is fun. And, it doesn't seem like we're making much progress, but we are. Cartography has been completed. Nice. Not all who wander are lost. J.R.R. Tolkien. Gandalf talking about Strider, who is secretly the heir to the throne of Arnor and Gondor. Nobody knew that. They just thought he was a bum, but he wasn't. He wasn't a bum. Okay, we're going to kind of double team this dangerous skirmisher, scout guy, or whatever he is, ranger. Alright. Mass production. Yep, this guy was praying in the parking lot. I wasn't bugging him. Well, I was going to bug the guy, right? But after he was praying, oh, we got Sir Isaac Newton. After he was done with his prayers, right? 137, 175 for that great merchant. She looks like a cool great merchant. She doesn't have a name, though, does she? Oh, Irene of Athens. Okay, right. Irene of Athens. But we are taking Monsieur Sir Isaac Newton. What an amazing character he is. Brilliant, of course. Instantly builds a university and library in this district. What? Woohoo! We got him, baby. Alright, we gotta hang out there. That archer might take a bite, but it's alright. Okay, this guy. He gets a workshop in 14 when he needs a bath. I can smell him all the way over here. A bath you get. Yes. I think I'm going to have to call this one the last episode for this evening. Of course, for you, it's just the next click away on the playlist. But for me, I got to label these, and I like to watch them. I might take a little bit of time to take a watch of them, and I'll finish watching them tomorrow morning, and I'll be back to playing tomorrow night. Don't have to work. But then I'll take a few days off because I have to work. And but I don't know. Sometimes I play at night after work, so I might be able to get this series done. We're halfway through, 143 turns. You know, the real good players would be long gone by now. They'd be done. But I'm not one of them. Just a regular guy. Likes to play and play and play. So I'm playing away. And we're taking our time. It's a pretty easy game. We got some niter. Now we got the boost for rifling, which is great. And we got some. Now we're going to build some niter. Just a few turns. Couple of them a turn, but that's okay. Moving up here, trying to get my siege tower in place. It's a little scary with that stupid vampire there. God. Alright. I'm going to move my knight man of arms up here too to kind of flank that. I'm sure that vampire is going to come out of that city. It's making that city pretty strong too. Okay, we're going to fortify. Not really sure what we're doing here. Got a long way to go to get back to our territory to heal. So maybe I'll just draw him back so he can heal back there. I want to get that guy out of my territory. I don't like having him there. I'm stronger than him, so I think I can take him out. So Isaac Newton. Now this guy already has a library, right? This guy already has a library. This guy already has a library. Damn it, I built all the libraries. Library. Okay. I already built all the libraries myself. That's just a crying shame. It is. Now I got a lot of new cities. If I had Hercules, I could build a campus. I don't want to waste the guy. He builds the library and he builds. Well, I guess we're going to get all kinds of cool stuff out here in the West. He builds a library and a university, and I already got libraries in all my campuses. You know, so I can build a campus and have them sit around and wait for me to get it done. Or I could just say, screw it, and build a university in the best campus here. That would not be that one. That's 2. That's 2. That's 1. I think it's this one. This one's a 3. Oh, this one's a 5. Oh, baby. Guess where you're going? Yep, you're going up there. Take your time. He's got the city ability, too. He could fly up there. But okay, we have converted that city. And now we want to convert Venice. So we'll come down and convert Venice with that last charge we got up there. This guy's 4 more for Sinbad. Can't wait to get Sinbad. He's going to be a lot of fun. We got Arthur in 7. He's a lot of fun too. and Mulan is very strong. So we're doing well. We are doing well. It's like I said, this is not to impress you with how great I can play this game. It's just to have fun with you and talk about people in parking lots saying prayers and stuff. Just to finish that story while we have time. Look, she's got that hero too. Wukong. She's going to kick my butt down there. I'm going to have to sue for peace and run away with my tail between the legs. Maybe not. We'll see how it goes. Ouch, that hurt. Look at these barbs just gathering up here, because they've been up here forever, right? So, I got to get out of here. This guy's got to go. I got to go. The thing's over. I'm trying to finish my story here. All right, run into that guy and kill him, if you can. Oh, you did. Good. Almost. No, you got him. You got him. Okay. Then run away. To the heck with those barbarians up there. I know I want to settle up there, but... So after the guy put his prayers away, his prayer shawl, and his... I think he might have had a Bible there or something. Torah. He put it away in his car. And so I knew that the sacred prayers were over. And I didn't say anything. I was dealing with a dog, and I didn't want to intrude. And it was cool because this guy was sitting there, and all of a sudden another gentleman came up. I got to repair that harbor again because Mount Vesuvius obviously went off. Another gentleman came up to this guy, and I could hear him talking. I mean, I wasn't eavesdropping or anything. They were right there. And the guy said, "Hey, how you doing?" And the other guy said, "Oh, good. I'm out here with my family." And they were chatting back and forth. And there's 6,000 years of common history between these two gentlemen. They're modern gentlemen, but they're both Jews. And they had this instant rapport. They started talking. The guy was like, "You're not going to believe this, but I actually found a kosher restaurant in the Adirondacks," because we were up in the Adirondacks. And he goes, "It's called the Blue Moon, and it's once in a blue moon you find a kosher restaurant up here." And they had a big laugh, and they talked, and they exchanged information about where they lived and where they came from, and they talked about the hotels in the area, and made some recommendations and stuff. And it was just so great. They didn't know each other. The guy had introduced himself. They were strangers, but they were like, because of their common ancestry and the fact that the Jewish people have kept that alive, their unique ethnicity and community ties so strong all those centuries. It's so special. And I had to go up and tell him, I said, I know I'm a goyim here, and I'm sorry if I'm intruding, but I just want to say that to see you guys, then I explained, my perception of it, that you guys had this instant rapport and 6,000 years of culture and all that. Well, those gentlemen were so pleased, and I was honored because they said to me, "Well, we wish more of you, Christian folks could understand the beauty of our religion in that way, and thank you very much." He was touched that I expressed, my appreciation for his culture that way. And that's what spirituality does when you share it with people. It makes people feel good, makes you feel good, they honor you back, it goes back and forth. That's civilization. That's a true civilization. The culture that comes from that, the true root of culture and what it does. It's something that I think we may have lost in these modern times. But now that we're kind of getting away from the whole organized religion thing into the personal religion thing, we may have lost that community feeling. And we should seek some way of bringing that back. I always thought that the coffee houses in Amsterdam were a good way that perhaps someday we can bring back that sense of community, because cafes in the past were places where you could foment new ideas and where thinking people went to discuss ideas and stuff. Maybe find that common place, that common forum in our society that can be a sharing of great ideas. The old coffee houses in the folk era, right? But there's a 21st century idea of the coffee house and how that might be able to revitalize our culture. And I've always thought about that as a possibility in our world. But the changes of the future is someone else's purview. I sit beside the fire and think of all that I have seen, of meadow flowers and butterflies in summers that have been, of yellow leaves in gossamer and autumns that there were, with silver sun and morning mist and wind upon my hair. I sit beside the fire and think of how the world will be when winter comes without a spring that I shall ever see. For still there are so many things that I have never seen. In every wood, in every spring, there's a different green. I sit beside the fire and think of people long ago, and people who will see a world that I shall never know. But all the while I sit and think of times that were before. I listen for returning feet and voices at the door. A poem by Bilbo Baggins, written by J.R.R. Tolkien, the great professor, a man of great imagination, great heart, great devotion. My favorite author of all time. Although I have many favorite authors, he's my favorite author of all my favorite authors, including myself. Take care. I love you. Wherever you are out there in the world, we're sharing this journey from cradle to grave together, you and me, living in these same times, in this same reality matrix, you and me. So I love you for it. And I send you some blessings your way, and thank you for watching. Have a good night. Take care. Or good morning, or good afternoon, or good twilight, or good dawn, wherever you are in the world. Anyway, peace, love, and flowers. Bye.